In another work-related phone call on Monday, October 26, 2020, our most beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai spent precious time to share her love and wisdom, answering some questions that members had on various topics. Today, we are blessed to present the insightful call conference entitled, We All Have a Duty to Protect Ourselves and Others, Part 1 of 6 on Between Master and Disciples, given in English.
Hello, Master.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yes, Master.
I hope you like my hair.
Beautiful.
Actually, I haven't done nothing. Just the time is too tight. It is as it is, okay? Didn't do anything to it. No time to even put it up or make it decoration. I'm just joking, just to relax you. How is everybody doing?
Very well, Master. Thank you, Master.
Oh, it's good?
Yes, Master.
Yeah, I like that. The girls, you can hear?
Yes, Master.
Wow, it's getting high tech nowadays. Better. Much better now, huh?
Yes, Master.
I like that. I love you both, girls and boys.
Thank you, Master.
Yeah, it's it's a fit for me again, to do everything all by myself. Yeah. Okay, I heard that you have some questions. That's why I call you.
Yes, Master.
You can start now if you want.
Master, many countries report that young people are staying away from alcohol and intoxicants. We've also seen kids doing fundraising activities for charities and animals. Master, is this because higher level beings are being born in our planet at this time?
Yeah, sure. But also because people are more aware, of the harmful effect of these things. And nowadays, because of the pandemic, it wakes people up. That is only one good thing that comes out of it. That wakes people up and makes them do more research into something that is more important to their well-being. Yeah?
Yes.
They want to know what caused the pandemic. How can they avoid it? Because researchers also stated that the smokers, the drinkers are more prone, to get infection from the COVID-19.
Yes.
And it's harder for them to recover if they do get. So people are more aware now. That's one good thing that comes out of it, and I'm glad. For the long term, all these measurements is good for people, okay? Yeah.
Yes, Master.
And the people who get COVID-19, if they have to go, they go. And I help their souls, whatever souls I can help, okay? If they're repentant, if they're praying in their heart. I'm sure at this time of the world's trouble and at their time of, of death, they would be praying and repenting. And this is also good. So it's easier for me to help them.
Yes.
Yeah, to help their souls. It's more important. We die sooner or later, but if your soul is liberated, that is the best thing. So the pandemic somehow wakes many people up, okay?
Yes, Master.
Wakes the souls up. I'm not saying that people dying is good, but nevertheless, their souls will be helped, okay?
Thank you, Master.
All right. Thank you. Most people, when they are in such a situation, even though they're atheists before, they would be praying to God.
Yes.
And that might help them in the deliverance of their soul. That's easier for their soul to be rescued, to be liberated. Got that?
Understand, Master.
Okay.
Master, COVID-19 affects all corners of the globe. As the chief of the World Health Organization puts it, we fight a common enemy. We have seen more cohesive efforts in the world, for example, debt relief of underprivileged nations and collaboration of medical treatment research, etc. Will this trend continue and the world be a tight-knit community?
Of course, of course. Once they get into the habit of doing good things, yeah?
Yes.
Good thing, bad thing is all habit. Once people get used to it and realize the goodness of it, they will continue, okay?
Oh.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Not just the governments, but the people. People go out and feed the strays. People go out to help the neighbors, go out of their way. Not that they go out and contact, but they find some way to help people. Like I saw some clips, while I'm scanning the news for you, that people find very innovative ways to help neighbors. Like they put food in a basket, and then the neighbor will just pull it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, or whatever they need, they do that. It's very good. Yes, everyone is kind of more awakened now and find their own goodness, nature within, and that's very good for for the master power to help them. Okay.
Thank you,
Yes,
Master.
Yes, Master.
Master, as science and technology advances, we're learning more and more about the universe.
Yes.
Will this prompt people to be interested in spirituality and seek the truth?
Ah. Yeah. I want to ask you the same question. Okay. We hope, we pray, okay?
Yes,
We pray.
Master.
Because in many other planets, in the universes, people are very, very highly advanced in technology and science and all sorts of material comfort. But that doesn't make them, eager to seek any spiritual way of life. Okay? Yeah.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Master, when we pray for world vegan, world peace, should we visualize the world we would like to see? For example, a vegan world where humans live in harmony with nature, clean oceans and rivers, and fields and forests of organic fruit and vegetables to feed the world. On the other hand, nowadays some people are concerned about the increase of large corporations that create non-organic GMO crops, use harmful chemicals to control pests, and make patents on GMO seeds that prevent communities from having control of their own food supply. The food industry is often connected with the pharmaceutical industry that profits from the sale of chemicals in farming, which in turn causes diseases that require vaccinations and a population dependent on medicine.
Yeah, I know.
With such corporations taking control of the world's food supply, including lab-grown and vegan meats, is this something we should be worried about as we move forward into a vegan future? Or will it be that once the world goes vegan and the killing energy is lifted, then everything will naturally correct itself no matter what?
Yeah, I know. We can just pray, okay?
Okay.
Yes, Master.
Because as the world is more uplifted in their consciousness, maybe those things will become less and less, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And people might be more aware of what is good and what is not, yeah?
Yes.
Right now, we cannot take care of all the problems. This world will have one set of problems or another set of problems because people are not highly developed spiritually, okay?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
But as long as the world becomes vegan and the animals suffer less, okay, no more suffering and no more war, then people will have more conscience, yeah, awakened and more intelligence regained, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And then we hope that the world is getting better and better. I'm just telling you, on one hand, I was crying so much, almost daily for the animals that's suffering whenever I see this cruelty. But on the other hand, if I'm out of that, I always realize that this world is really just a very illusionary nature, and we just do what we can for those who are in a quagmire of sorrow and suffering and ignorance. And then they will be awakened from this illusionary dream, and then they will, seek more spiritual treatment for their souls. What I mean is for their spiritual consciousness, for their development of the inside, of their real self, Otherwise, the mind and the brain and the influence around them will make them blind, deaf, and dumb to all the truths, even if it's laid bare right in front of them. Okay?
Yes, Master.
So we tackle the world peace and world vegan, and then other things will develop accordingly. Our world will become better and better. Okay?
Yes,
Master.
Master, the Trump administration has announced Sudan and Israel have agreed to normalize relations. Earlier, Bahrain and the United Arab Emirates established relations with Israel.
Yeah.
Could these events signal the states of the Middle East and the North Africa region are also ready for peace, just like in Korea?
Well, they are already almost ready. Many of them are ready. Just hope others follow suit, okay?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Don't ask me to look into the crystal and predict the future. I don't want to keep telling you.
Yes, Master.
You will see it, okay? I told you already. You will see. When the time comes, you will see what happens, all right?
Understand,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Next one.
Master, the lower heavens gods attain their positions based on merit. Merit gave a compassionless Brahma the power to create the three worlds and rule over them. Does heaven mandate that a being must have a certain amount of God's love before they can create and rule?
Oh, there are different things altogether. They have, but limited, okay?
Yes, Master.
Yes.
It's just like you, the so-called disciples, studying with me, yeah?
Yes.
And I told you, okay, you have to do this, you do that. Not have to, but you should. Like being vegan, being compassionate, being loving and kind. But they are trying, okay?
Yes.
You will be trying. But that doesn't mean that is enough to be worthy. Yeah.
Yes.
Except relying on the Master's grace to go up. The love that you have is so thin. I mean, the so-called disciples, so thin, that they don't even realize that they don't have it. Okay?
Yes, Master.
Understand.
So the Brahman himself also wants to have love, wants to do what the gods have advised him. But that doesn't mean his love is enough. Not enough. Besides, there are also lower heavens who don't have love at all. Okay? And then so they will create other things that tempt humans and animals to do wrong. Then they continue to control their souls and control the population forever, so that these souls will never be liberated and go up somewhere higher in the universe.
Yes, Master.
It's just like even Brahman himself, he doesn't want to relinquish his domain. And he argued with me. He said he wants to rule 93.9 worlds. I told you before, eh?
Yes, Master.
Yeah. I say, but your ruling is a mess. And other gods is below you also doing bad things to keep the souls imprisoned forever. And whatever they did wrong is also part of your scheme, your fault, to make them do wrong. So I don't like your system. You either forsake it, follow me, or cooperate with me to rescue the souls, including yours, then I let you rule. But he did not want it. Greed makes him not want to relinquish his power, because once he is in it, he forgets. Just like sometimes people elected a leader, and they came in maybe with a big ideal. They think they have ideals or good intentions, but once they are in that power, they keep forgetting it, or exercise very little of their idealistic power, idealistic origin. And they will just go with the flow, and their subordinates, everybody, keep feeding them with other negative ideas and information that make them forget. And then they will just do wrong, forget their original ideals. this is not only Brahman alone, but there's also other lower gods in the lower levels, like the second god and the astral god.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And the demons, the chief of the demons around astral, because the astral level, for example, some parts are heaven, some parts are hell, and demons. Therefore, the influence, it depends if the God has enough power to subdue it. It's not always, because the gods sometimes lose the battle to the demons. They're more overwhelming, because they already infused humans with all kinds of bad, negative qualities. So the humans also help them, invisibly or unknowingly. And then they will rely on all this negative force that backing them up to beat the heavenly God in the astral level as well. And that influence is also the second level. And the Brahman, due to his want to have power over many worlds, also will not have enough love and wisdom to refuse them or to defeat them. And that's how they're all falling together. Now, for example, in our world, we have good people, yeah?
Yes.
But we also have bad people.
Yes.
We have good governments and also not good governments. We have good presidents and also not good presidents. Therefore, our world is also a mixture of good and bad, same like the astral level. They have heaven and hell. You got it now?
Yes, Master.
No, excuse me. You see my clothes, huh? It's anti mosquitoes. You know, right? You have them, right?
Yes, Master.
Yeah. I don't have new clothes, you know, so I put it on just to, attract your attention. Otherwise, you think you might mix up this conference with the other conference with the same shirt. Like this, you know, oh, it's a different one. Yeah. Just in case the editor mix it up with a different conference somewhere before when I wear the same clothes. You know, the inside one, the same one.
Oh.
It's the outside is the anti-mosquito dress that I have it when I have to go out in the garden. Because the mosquitoes, they don't know anything about ahimsa. Yeah, no matter how much you tell them or how much I tell them, they just do what they do. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Master said that good love was the assistant to the third level Lord. And yet good love came down to protect Master against him and Maya. Why did good love choose Master over the third level Lord?
Oh, because we had affinity before. Yeah. But he was also used by the lower gods for some time and made trouble for me a lot. But I knew it wasn't his fault, so I forgave him and I cure him. I heal him instead. Yes. But he loves me forever. Yeah, no matter what. Even if he's poisoned or brainwashed by other lower gods, he will still finally return to his intention of protecting me. Okay?
Yes, Master.
Because of my love for him. The love, when it's pure and unconditional, will always win at the end.
Yes, Master.
Even might not be immediately, but it wins fast. Okay?
Yes, Master. Master, did President Donald Trump help bring peace between countries in his past life? For example, perhaps as a nation's leader in ancient times?
These things, I probably have to tell you personally someday. There are things about heaven's plan and the affinity and the connection between the Master and different people. I cannot always tell you, okay?
Yes, Master.
Maybe one day, okay?
Yes,
Master.
When everything is better and the world is better and everything's done, okay? When we have time to sit down for a cup of tea, I will whisper it in your ear.
That's good.
I will. always will have time for some cup of tea because God knows we need it, right? I'm sorry for you that you have to work all the time. I hope you still can cope.
Yes, you're right, Master.
Because sometimes even I thought, oh, how can I cope with all this? You know, I need a break. I need a vacation. Go where? Go where nowadays? Yeah, but I just have to go out, do some exercise, a few minutes, yeah? If I have a few minutes. And do something else to take a break, yeah? And come back to my computer, yeah, and do my work again. Same with you, okay?
Yes, Master.
When you feel you had it, you go out. Eat something, drink something, do something that's good for yourself only, yeah?
Yes.
Just be selfish, yeah. Take a nap, take a rest, go push up, put down, pull up, put down, okay? Yeah.
Yes,
Take
Master.
a walk, okay?
Yes, Master.
And borrow the dog from your brother to talk to, and then everything will be better, okay?
Yes, Master.
We have to work now, day and night. We cannot escape, okay? We have to work. You can see the world is in such a shape, right?
Yes, Master.
If we don't work, who will? Who will?
Yes, Master.
You know, I have so many disciples, yeah?
Yes.
At least more than a bunch of you now, yeah? But this is what I have, the bunch of you, sorry. The bunch of goodness, the bunch of, noble, idealistic people like you are. Yeah, I don't have anyone else. I mean, a few, a couple more bunches in the other area, yeah?
Yes, Master.
And some other bunches outside in the whole world. But the rest, they are busy with their own thing. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Or they don't want to stay even if they were with you already. Because of different reasons. Yeah, because of girlfriend, because of better work outside, because of more comfortable houses, whatever, whatnot. Okay, huh? Yeah.
Yes, Master.
So we have to work. Okay, we must.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
We must win.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, we don't let the Maya win anymore, even indirectly through brainwashing the humans or some of their leftover weakling subordinates. Got that?
Yes, Master.
We have to win. We have to do it.
Yes.
We have to rescue all suffering animals so that we don't cry anymore.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. Some days I cry, and one time I recorded by accident. And then I thought, oh, it's recorded. And then I shut it off. But then I thought, oh, maybe it's good. Maybe I should do it again later, another time, because I don't know whom to talk to, okay, about this. It's a negative emotion. But I was crying my heart out, and I threatened heavens and hell many times. Yeah, but you see, they are working on it. But the time in heavens is maybe just a second compared to our months here or the years here. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, Master.
So don't ask me why it's so slow. I ask also why it's so slow, because I'm not patient about this matter when it comes to the suffering of others, yeah?
Yes.
Especially the helpless animal, helplessly delivered like that. Hanging one leg in the air while your throat is cut or you're shocked by a high voltage electricity. Imagine if it's you. Imagine if it's you. And they have feelings just like we have.
Yes, Master.
It boils my blood. It really does. Never mind. We talk about something else now. Otherwise, I will cry again. I will yell again. I will scream again. Next question, please.
Master, this I don't know if Master can answer this one. Did President Trump come down in this lifetime specifically for his peacemaking role?
Again, I will tell you another time.
Yes, Master.
Without asking me. You can see the fruit, then you can tell the tree.
Yes, Master.
But all the detail, I cannot tell you, right?
Yes, Master.
But I think you would guess. I don't know how you would not guess.
Understand, Master.
Master, did Chairman Kim Jong-un come to Earth for a peacemaking role or another role for benefit our planet?
You can see that from what he does, okay?
Yes, Master.
Same answer with the President Trump.
Yes, thank you, Master. Master talked about good leaders in the last conference. Why are the leaders that are good seem to be portrayed as the very opposite of that? Is that part of Maya negative forces, or is there a purpose behind it?
Yeah, it's the negative forces, yeah? And they have to bear it, okay?
Yes.
Yes.
If it's too good, just come down and help people, make peace, make vegan laws, and everyone can do it.
Understand.
But of course, the master power supports good leaders, yeah?
Yes.
Still, they are blinded by the influence of this world, by the things that they have to eat, as a part of the game.
Yes, Master.
Don't ask me that. You can see Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Yeah, how much he had to suffer.
Yes.
Yes.
And he's the best of all. Okay? At that time.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And Buddha, people also slander him. And how you say, even accuse him of making the woman, she just done some pillow inside her stomach and accuse the Buddha for making her pregnant. For example, like that. Yes?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
And many other prophets, masters, they're all pure good, pure holy, and still being persecuted or, blemished. So, of course, anyone who wants to do good things in this world have to bear the bad, attack, okay, from the negative force in this domain.
Yes.
Yes,
And I'm glad that, for example, President Trump is still tough enough to continue his job. And after he regained his health,
Yes.
yeah, and we pray for him also, he came out feeling powerful. And then now he's, unbeatable in his, determination. Before that, probably he was kind of depressed. I remember reading it somewhere. He said he doesn't remember why he wanted to be a president again in the second term, in any case. You see what I mean?
Yes.
For a man to say that, he must have felt pretty beaten inside,
Yes, Master.
pretty down,
Yes.
Yes.
Even he doesn't say a lot like I do, like, oh, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm frustrated. He doesn't say a lot.
Yeah.
But just one sentence just show you that how much he's beaten inside,
Yes.
Yes.
relentlessly, and like very, very badly. They attacked him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's very difficult to recognize the bad from the good, because there is also some cat in between, yeah, and some string attached to what they do. I mean, before they were born, they have to do this and that. Also to disguise,
Yeah.
Yes, Master.
so they cannot just do all good all at once.
Yes, Master.
For example, like that. Or it seemed like they did bad, but actually they did good. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
I told you before, I cannot explain everything. But trust me, when I say somebody is good.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master. Yes.
Okay? Right.
Yes.
And Chairman Kim Jong-un is one of the good leaders. Of course, he's still young and he must also learn his way, okay?
Yes.
Yes.
In a human world, it's difficult to grovel in the darkness and find your way out and do good things. Not that easy, okay?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
The same with President Trump. I say he's one of the good leaders, and you got to believe me.
Yes,
Yes.
Master. Yes, Master.
There another one good president, but I don't want to tell you, okay?
Yes, Master.
It's in kind of this Latin American area, okay?
Yes, Master.
Because he seems to be not doing good. I cannot tell you, okay, huh?
Yes.
Yes,
But I help him. I mean, the master power support him, help him, okay?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
There are many things in this world I cannot explain to you.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Whatever it is, the price they have to pay, okay?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
For rescuing the world, rescuing people, their souls, for example, like that. They have to pay. And also, whatever it is, the negative power wants to kind of cover it, so people don't even know that they are good leaders, okay?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yes. They have to be born in such circumstances. They have to be be attacked or blemished by others, so that people cannot figure out it's good or bad, because there are fake news even, okay?
Yes.
And fake accusations and all that stuff, just to make people blurred in their judgment. The world is already making them busy and confused. And if there are more fake news, more negative feedback, then people, of course, it's difficult to choose. You see what I mean? Which president to vote for. That's the purpose, of course. What do you think? The good people, good leaders, or the spiritual people, or good masters, they came into the enemy state. It's lucky that they're still alive and continue working and not immediately killed, almost like Jesus Christ.
Yes, Master.
What has he done? The Lord Jesus, what has he done to anybody? Yeah?
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Even if he keeps preaching, even if he say he's a child of God, so what? Nobody has to believe him, right?
Right.
Yes,
But
Master.
they don't have to kill him in such a way, nah?
Yes. Yes.
And for that, the world has to slump into darkness for a long time. Nobody see it. But many people condemned to hell and darkness for long centuries. And that influenced the development of our world, spiritually and scientifically as well. Okay?
Yes, Master.
Not just the meat eating that adds up onto it. That makes many wars, many plagues, many disasters. You understand me?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, people don't know it, don't see it. But the murder of Jesus Christ brought so much misfortune, disaster onto our world.
Yes, Master.
I cannot talk. I can never talk enough about that. But okay, next question, please, before I get too emotional about Jesus.
Master, sorry.
Yeah. Hey, okay, you can cry if you want. And then ask me later. If somebody else can ask questions,
Yes.
and then you ask later, okay?
Yes, Master.
To save time. You can cry, it's not forbidden. It's just that we have other things to do. Please.
Master said that people don't really choose a leader. It is the collective karma of the nation or world, and God's will that choose a leader. If karma's candidate and God's candidate are not the same, will God's will always win in this matter?
Not always. Not always. Example of Jesus Christ. Okay?
Yes, Master.
He didn't want to do anything to anybody. He just preached people to do good. Yeah?
Yes.
But even then, there are other oppositions. Even the governments at that time fear that he might take over their throne or their power. You see?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Many forces might sometimes overwhelm God's chosen person. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
So, but at the moment in our world, maybe because more people are vegan, more people practice spiritually. So even though the good people, good leaders, good masters, teachers, they have been attacked or their names blemished or given fake, accusations and fake news and bad news about them, but at least they are not killed or not tortured. But maybe they are not always the winner of the race. It depends also if the world is already clean at that time. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And how much more people have merit in this world. How meritorious that country is also. Okay?
Yes, Master.
All right, thank you. The crying can ask now.
Master. With the ongoing cleansing, could the planet's atmosphere lighten to a degree such that through the power of World Vegan Prayer and Master's teachings and love through Supreme Master TV, people suddenly start waking up and embracing veganism on a much faster and wider scale than now?
You pray. not suddenly, but you pray, okay?
Yes,
I
Master.
wish that is true what you wish. I wish the same what you wish. I dream the same as your dream. Yes, but I have some positive feeling. That's all I can tell you, okay?
Yes, Master. Thank you, Master.
Other things I cannot tell you. Honestly, I can't, okay?
Yes, Master.
All right. But you will know when the time comes.
Yes, Master.
And keep praying, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
We and the so-called fellow disciples continue praying to God Almighty, to the universal positive power, to the cosmic benevolent beings, to the master powers, to the ultimate master power, to all the Yoska goddesses and beyond. To keep praying. Before you meditate, you pray. After you meditate, you thank, okay?
Yes, Master.
They are working fast and furiously. It's just the time in heavens and the time here is completely different. Also, the heavy burden of karma of this time of our development is too heavy, too heavy, too much incredibly, unfathomably heavy. You understand?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Oh, I remember the AP last time.
Yes.
Say many Buddha will come down, but they even will be trapped. So, if there is no true master power at this time, all these Buddha, Bodhisattva will be locked forever. I mean, not forever, but many eons, okay?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
For sharing the karma of other beings on this planet at this time. Just sharing and helping only, you would be locked forever even like that. Imagine, okay? I tell you a secret. I also have to lend a hand. I mean, using almighty power, master power to save some of the masters in our time, okay? Otherwise, their disciples' karma, their other world karma would drown them in hell. Sorry.
Yes,
I don't want to tell who is who, okay?
Yes, Master.
Thank you, Master.
But that's the truth. I have never told you. Just by the way, I tell you, just to let you know, lucky are the ones who escape this time. Really fortunate. Extraordinarily fortunate. Super fortunate.
Yes, Master.
Don't take everything for granted, okay?
Yes,
Yes, Master.
Meditate well, pray all the time. Be grateful all the time for your blessing.
Yes, Master.
Thank you, Master.
Given that people tend to protest against government actions that limit their freedom, even though those actions may be good for them, such as lockdowns or mask-wearing requirements, how can leaders avoid this when applying a meat ban?
Oh, they just have to be courageous. They just have to do the right thing.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
At least, even if you don't succeed, you know you do the right thing and your conscience will be at peace.
True,
Yes,
true,
yes.
yes.
If you keep waiting for everybody to approve of you, then you work for fame only.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Master.
Other master has been working in difficulty, in oppressed situations, but they continue. A lot of people attack them or wounded them inside or outside or all kind of things, but they continue because they don't work for fame. They work for people. They work for the will of God. Yeah?
Yes,
Yes,
They want to rescue the suffering beings. That's the way any so-called leader should do. If you claim yourself to be a leader, leaders should do only the right thing no matter what.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
You know you do the right thing.
Yes,
Okay?
Yes, Master.
And let heavens judge your action. Don't care about how humans judge you. But sometimes the human wake up centuries afterward and judge the leader or whoever did the right thing again in the right light. Okay?
Yes, Master.
It doesn't matter. You just have to do the right thing. Don't care who says what. If you know in your heart that's the right thing, then you do it. And ordinary people should also do that. Not to talk about the leaders, yeah?
Yes, Master.
Of course, it might not be simple and smooth, but, there are many ways you can change the world, change the society. Many people have done that in the past. So in the present, we can. If the government doesn't want people to eat meat anymore, then first they have to stop all the slaughterhouses, all the livestock industry, close them all down.
Yes, Master.
Give these business owners some subsidies so that they can turn that into another kind of farming, because they say that's animal farm. So they can turn that into vegetable farm and fruit farm. They already have people, have employees. They have land, big buildings. They can turn all that into a greenhouse to grow vegetables instead of imprisoning and killing animals inside.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
And if there's no meat to sell, then there's no people who can buy. I'm sure there will be some sneaking business maybe in the beginning, but then that's easy. You can gradually all control them, or ban them. And anybody who wants to eat meat, they have to find a way to find the animals first, to go hunting or something, and have to kill it themselves. See if they can do it. Most people don't like to kill the animals when they're facing them.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
יפה, מאמי. בול עוגת התפוחים שלי.
מצאתי. בשר טלה?
מאמי, אני רוצה טרי. וואי, טרי פה.
כן, זה נראה לי טוב. חבר, יש לך בשר טלה טרי?
אבל שיהיה טרי.
טלה, טרי בדרך.
יואו, נהייתי רעבה.
טרי. מה זה? טרי? לחלק או לארוז?
Around the globe, millions of people have made the connection and stopped eating animals. For more details, please visit vegan-friendly.co.il and suprememastertv.com/b-veg.
Because it's instinctively they feel that it's a murder of a living being. Thus, it will be automatically mostly minimized. The government has to broadcast all this in advance, warn people in advance that animals business, meat eating, selling, eggs and dairy, they're all very, very detrimental to people's health and happiness, killing children and elderly alike.
Yes, Master.
Must educate people everywhere, must encourage the local governments to put billboards on newspapers, radios, television, broadcasting all these information to people, day in, day out.
Yes, Master.
And have some agency to answer all people's questions if they want to know more. There should be websites for people with easy access to look for information about meat's harmful effects. All this is not so difficult to be done. It's easy. It takes just some courage from the leadership of the countries and the supporting system of the government. It can be done. Yes, we can.
Yes, Master.
There is nothing impossible in this world.
Yes, Master.
We go to the moon and going to Mars already. We're going to Venus next. All this planning, while we're not taking care of our planet. It's easier to take care of things down here when we are already here.
Yes, Master.
So first take care of this planet, and then we can see other celestial bodies elsewhere. I don't understand why we can conquer the moon, or want to conquer Mars and Venus, and cannot even take care of our little problem down here, just to stop eating animals. That's all there is. I don't see any excuse.
Yes, Master.
I don't see any hindrance. I don't see any trouble at all, except it makes people more healthy, a healthy nation, strong, powerful spirit, intelligent, healthy children, and more jobs for people, more healthy jobs, conscientious work for all the people. It will be a thriving industry, organic vegan farming. It already is. It's already growing in number. Just need a strong leadership, that's all.
Yes, Master.
Either a strong little woman or a strong little man. I want to see some of the leaders grow up to be a hero, to be a man, to be a real leader, to be a real lady leader, not just professional politician fighting for votes and talking bad about each other anytime just to win votes, and then planning to take neighbors' countries' land, or fighting for a piece of island somewhere, or pulling all the hard-earned tax money into producing weapons just to kill. I want to see something of the opposite direction from the leadership of the world. We can do it. Yes, we can.
Yes, Master.
I don't know why the leaders or the governments don't see the logic of it. Instead of paying millions, billions, trillions just to cure people from pandemic or even incurable disease year after year, instead of stopping the root cause of it.
Yes, Master.
Instead of all this wasting money in war, in treating diseases or pandemic, and lock people down and damaging the economy of the country and of the world, put the world in a standstill like this, you're spending a lot of money and suffering for the people, anxiety for every family and the government.
Yes, Master.
Why don't just change the root cause of it? Eliminate the root cause and give all this wasteful money to be the subsidies for the animals farming industry. Then they will turn around. The reason they make meat business is because it earns them money. So if the government grant them enough money to restart their life, they'll be willing to do it.
Yes, Master.
And the reason why the workers work in meat or eggs or dairy or laboratories is just because they want to earn money. So as long as they can earn money, they would not mind what to do. They would not mind whether or not to kill the animals or to plant the vegetables. Planting vegetables is easier. Not so bloody, not so filthy, smelly, and not sitting, and not so conscience damaging to people's emotional, mental, and psychological feelings.
Yes, Master.
So all in all, it's a win-win-win-win situation. So I think the government should change the policy and ASAP. And we all know that meat costs a lot of taxpayers' money every year, or every second, every minute even.
Yes.
Everyone works so hard and then has to pay tax and then use it for what? For sick people. And what makes them sick? The meat, the dairy products, the fish, the eggs, whatever to do with living, breathing, poor, defenseless animals. That's what makes them sick, because it's a wrong food for them. And scientifically proven already. So nobody have the right to say they don't know, they don't understand. You are all mostly educated people, especially those in the government. You should know all this. You should know all what's good for your citizens. And if you don't know, then you're not worthy to sit in the government system. You should get out. And somebody else better than you would replace you. That would be the best for the world, for the citizens of the world.
Yes.
There's no excuses anymore. As the leader of a country or government or body, you should know everything that is good or bad for your citizens and decide it for them. That's what it means, leaders. Leader means you make out a plan and everybody else follow because you are a leader. Otherwise, you're not worth that position and you should retire. Go home. Do whatever you want. Continue eating meat. Make yourself sick. But don't have to make other people sick with you. The leader, like a president, prime minister, queens, kings, princess, are not a job. It's not an occupation. It is a trusted mission. It is a really noble engagement to help all you can under your leadership. Otherwise, this is meaningless if you sit there in the chair of the leadership but doing nothing really essential or substantial for your citizens and or for the world. In that case, you fail your mission, and you should just resign and go back to do whatever little things that you want to do, just for yourself, for your own pleasure, instead of sitting there in the chair of leadership just to gain fame, to gain praise, and to gain money. It's really below your dignity, I'm telling you.
The leader, you have the duty to take care of people who trust you, no?
Yes, Master.
Yeah. And then heaven will bless you. And you can do more continuously if you do the right thing. Actually, if the people adhere to the advice, you know, like if you go out, I advise you wear face shield, okay?
Yes, Master.
You wear a mask, yes?
Yes.
Or you wear the goggle and mask and face shield, and then the hat, you know, and wear the overall clothes that shield you all over, you know? Shield as much as you can. Don't touch your face before you wash your hands at home, and after you're home, you clean and wash the clothes, and people can go out, can continue working. They don't really have to be locked down.
Yes, Master.
Because lockdown is depressing for everybody.
Yes.
For the children, why don't they just make new clothes, like the clothes for the astronauts, or the clothes that the nurses and the doctors wear in intensive infectious operations?
Yes, Master.
Like they cover their head all the way under their neck, up to the shoulder, and then in front they have the transparent shield.
Yes.
Yes. So in that case, they don't even need to wear a mouth mask. You saw this picture or not?
Yes.
Okay, they wear like a hood with the transparent material in the front, like glass or plastic, see-through.
Yes.
But everything else, the head and the shoulder are all covered. They wear the cover clothes, and they wear their surgical hand gloves. And they wear socks and shoes underneath,
Yes.
Just like people, sometimes they have to go into infected laboratory, to work.
Yes.
Like that, yes. And then they could, but it will be uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't know if they can bear it long. Somehow they have to have some some airy system so that people don't feel too hot inside. Or they have to make some material so that it's airy, not hot. And they just wear that and the hood. Then they could go out and work anywhere. Better than locking people down.
Yes,
And wear that for the children also, so they can go to school. They have to develop some more dress codes for the people so that they can go out and live their life. You understand me?
Yes, Master.
Actually, if you don't interact with a lot of people, you just wear the overall. You cover your neck even, and then wear a mouth mask, cover the nose, and then wear a hat to cover as much part of your hair, and some part of your head, possible your ears, and then shoes and socks and long sleeves and hand gloves, and then you can go out. I mean, do shopping or do some work or driving, some elderly or someone who needs a drive.
Yes, Master.
So it doesn't have to always be in lockdown completely like that. But only if people really adhere to the, regulation and the principle of protection for selves and others. That is the only problem, because some people do not adhere to it. And that's why the government probably have to lock them down, all of them, because they would not know who will come out with or without a mask, or with or without all that comprehensive protection. That's why. So it's actually also people's responsibility. It's not only the government to be blamed.
Yes.
So you see, the consciousness of people are very, very coarse still. Some of them are still very coarse, going out, protesting even just to wear a mask. My goodness, why do they do that? The doctors in the hospital, the nurses, some of them wear masks for many hours. If they have a long operation, they wear it like forever. And the dentists, they wear it all the time because they have to work with the gloves and the mask to treat the patients.
Yes.
I don't know why people are so unreasonable, really. This I have to say. I like it in Ethiopia. If you don't wear a mask in the public, you will be jailed for 2 years and maybe fined also. We need such a strong leader like that. For anything that is good for humanity, I applaud the Prime Minister and the government of Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Such a country, you know,
Yes.
and has such a strong leadership like that. I really like it very much. Maybe other countries should follow suit.
Yes, Master.
Just to protect the innocents, the ones who abide by the law, the ones who protect themselves and to protect others, because there are vulnerable people out there, like elderly people who easily succumb to such a pandemic infection, or pregnant women, or the ones already not well physically. They will be vulnerable to the infection, and the children at their tender age, when their immune system is maybe not completely developed.
Yes, Master.
So for these people who don't protect themselves and don't protect others, it's truly good to just put them in vacation for 2 years. I agree with that, even though it doesn't sound like very so-called democratic. But there are limits to democracy.
Yes.
People take it for granted about freedom. Freedom has to have also a limit. Freedom has to go with responsibility and moral standards. You cannot just go out, infect other people by not wearing a mask.
Yes.
Because you don't know if you're sick or not. Not everyone gets a test. And even if you're tested, other people might not have been tested, and they are like asymptomatic sick patients, which nobody even sees. They don't even know it themselves. So what's wrong with just wearing a little stupid mask, huh? It doesn't harm you in any way, but it will harm you and others if you don't wear it.
Yes.
I wish to see more strong leadership in the world, not, like spaghetti spine people who sit up there pointing fingers, ordering around, and not doing much. I have no respect for this kind of leaders. Excuse me. So they should get up and do something, huh? Show themselves like a real man, or real women, real leaders, or just go home. And just think about it. It's not like you do what you want in such a troubled time of our planet. We have disaster everywhere already, costs billions, trillions of dollars for the world. And then, if you infect other people or don't protect yourself and you get infected, you'll be sick. You'll be a burden to our society also. The hospitals already full of patients, more than full, more than capacity. Many doctors, nurses, hospital-related personnel already die for your sake. So if the government of Ethiopia or any other government jail this kind of irresponsible persons, I would not blink an eye, really, because we all have a duty to protect ourselves and protect others.
Yes, Master.
It will cost billions, trillions of dollars to take care of the pandemic patients, and then the economy collapse and all that. So you don't have the right to make it worse for your nation or for any other nations when you're traveling around also.
Yes.
Just put your mask on and put your face shield on as well. It doesn't cost much. You can make it yourself also. I saw you have on TV already. You can make it yourself. And this is too much for you, huh? Then what else can you do for the world? You don't have to do anything. Just put a mask on and a face shield on just to protect yourself and to protect others. That's all you have to do. It doesn't cost a lot. It doesn't cost a lot of time either. Everyone can do that to protect the elderly, the weak woman, the already vulnerable patients, and children, huh? I don't want to spare my words for this kind of people. In the long run, locking down is terribly damaging to the country's economy, to the world economy as well, not just people's mental health or psychological wellness. So long-term lockdown is a no-no.
Yes, Master.
People, if they are well equipped, cover themselves and protect themselves, then they should go out like normal, except they have to cover themselves the way I have said it.
Yes.
Then they'll be okay. Even if they are infected with a very, very little, then their body can fight, or we can cure them quickly. And whoever doesn't agree to this rule, which is very simple, everyone can do it. There's no harm done. Nothing. No harm to you. If you wear mask, face shield, and hat, and body cover, normally you have to wear clothes to go out anyway. Cover yourself.
Yes, Master.
And then just an extra hat or the face cover or face shield. What's wrong with that? You see, the doctors, they wear gloves, they wear overall protective clothing and hat and mask and all kind of equipment they have to wear, sometime all day long. So if we just wear it when we go out for a while and come back home free, then I think everybody has the duty to do that, to cooperate with the government to protect yourself and others. There is no excuse whatsoever.
Yes, Master.
I think all the government should apply the strict law like in Ethiopia to protect the innocents, the children, the weak woman, the weak persons, the elderly who are more vulnerable than the rest. Because people who don't wear protective gear, they might get infected and then cost a lot of money for the government and the society and cause a lot of pain and suffering for their relatives and friends and family members as well. So they are no good. They can be classified as criminal. I mean it.
The number of confirmed COVID-19 cases throughout the world has surpassed 40 million, but experts say that is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the true impact of the pandemic. COVID-19 global cases, official 50.5 million cases, unofficial 780 million cases, or 10% of the world population. Global deaths, official 1.26 million deaths, unofficial 3.9 million to 7.8 million deaths.
Many doctors and nurses and personnel in the hospitals already die or suffer so much because of infection from the patients. If it continue like this, maybe we have no doctors, no nurses, no hospital personnel left, and people will die even more. So the government should enforce the mask wearing. They must. It will help to lessen the infection. And even if people are infected, it will be easier to cure, because I didn't get too many of the viruses through the protection of the mask and or the face shield. Of course, the more you shield yourself, the better the chance that you will not get sick. So if they are protected themselves, the way I said it, just a transparent face shield, or even the hat that you wear to ride motorcycle, they have a transparent shield in the front. You can look and you can even talk. And you cover also other part of your body, wear long sleeves and mask and if you are protected the whole face, you don't have to wear a mask. But if there is some gap between your skin of the face and the face shield, then you do have to wear a mask. But this is already very good protection. Of course, you can do more complete protection, like there's no gap between your face, skin, and the face shield. You know, like you wear a motorcycle hat or those personal protection, like in hospital, or, you know, you invent yourself that you cover all your face, and the hat to cover your hair, cover your ears, etc. Then you could just go out and enjoy your life, you know? Then the government doesn't have to worry about you. Then the government will not have to implement the lockdown rules, which are very, very bad for many people.
Because people cannot be locked up forever. They feel very suffocated, frustrated, depressed. Yeah?
Yes, Master.
And that will also kill some of them if they cannot cope with their depression.
Yes.
And the children also, they have to go out and interact with each other and learn more, you know, of what they have to learn. And also interacting with their bodies, yeah? Otherwise they feel very suffocated. And also at home, if all the family is being together too long, there might be also the pressure in the house. Step on each other's foot.
Yes,
And
Master.
feeling lack of space, yeah?
Yes, Master.
And they could also fight. Yeah.
Yes.
There are many psychological effects, mental effects on the people when they are locked out too long. Okay, huh?
Yes.
So locking down is not the best answer. It's a temporary best answer, but not the best answer in the long run.
Yes,
I understand.
The government have to order people or the company or the manufacturer to make new kind of clothes, okay?
Yes, Master.
Something so that people can go out, live their life, walk in the park, walking their dogs, walking with their children, playing with their children in the field, going to work, earn their living if they want to, or work, you know, even if they work at home, but now and then they still need to go in the office because there are many things. You cannot just talk by phone, yeah?
Yes, Master.
Some confidential companies issues, yeah?
Yes.
And even I'm in retreat. Even I work, that you send me through computer, but I still need some time to call, to tell you this and that, because the words cannot always express what I want to express. Okay?
Yes.
And also I have to talk to you like this sometimes so that you feel a little change, okay?
Thank you, Master.
A little upliftment, a little comfort mentally, psychologically, right?
Yes, thank you, Master. Thank you.
You feel good when you talk to me sometimes.
Yes, it's nice to hear your voice.
Yes.
Yeah, I wish I can talk to you more often to encourage you, but we both have work to do.
Yes.
We have deadlines every day, right? Even, I don't know, after I die, if I can die or not. They have a joke about Jesus. They say Jesus must have been a woman. Because even he had to manifest the 500 meals, you know, in one instant. You know, he gave the grapes to people. And they say it's fish. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a mistranslation or something. Or misspelling. Even nowadays, I wrote it and you still misspell my writing.
Yes, Master.
Or you mistype, yeah?
Yes.
We have that. Even if I'm still alive, you know, not to talk about when I'm dead already, I'm not sure. And then they say, Jesus must have been a woman because even after he died, he had to resurrect again to continue working. Yeah, I think all of you are women too, no? even when you sleep, I wake you up sometimes. Say, hey, we have some emergency work to do, yeah? Well, I don't wake all of you up, but some of you who have to work with me.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to call you at midnight or after 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm working all night.
Yes, Master.
Lucky that you could sleep sometimes already, yeah? That I don't wake you up all night. Just sometimes. Not every night, yeah?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Okay. So all of you are women. Okay, sisters? Don't bother growing beard or nothing. Your beard will not be a validation of your agenda. You work so hard. Okay. You are happy with my answer?
Yes, Master.
Okay.
During the third anniversary greetings, Master mentioned the invisible world that is in the neighborhood of our planet.
Yeah.
Could Master please explain more about this invisible world?
Of course, you know it. The astral world and the world a little beyond astral in the buffer zone.
Yes.
And other not in the neighborhood, but they are in the neighborhood to me because they are never separated. Yeah? From my force field, okay?
Yes.
But for you, you can imagine the astral world will be benefiting and less fighting over there, yeah?
Yes, Master.
And people in hell will be less suffering, okay? Or lighter sentence will be rescued. And the people beyond astral, they will be more advanced to a higher level of consciousness, yeah?
Yes, Master.
Nothing is like black and white in this world, okay? It's not like in this world. You see it or you don't see it. Not like that. There are invisible beings everywhere around you also, okay?
Yes.
Some good one and some not good one. I'm eliminating the bad one. But I cannot do it all in one go, okay?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
So even the zealot ghosts, some are still there, okay? Bugging me. Yeah, but I have to have an excuse to rescue people's souls, as well as I have to have an excuse to lock someone in hell, okay?
Understand.
They cannot all bug me at once. So some group, or some maybe 3 or 2 or 5 at one time pool their power together to make trouble for me. Then at that time I can send that group down to hell.
Yes, Master.
Okay?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
If they don't repent, they have to go because if I forgive them, they will continue to be in this world, obstructing my work, torturing other innocent beings, like animals who are helpless, or some infants, or some elderly, anyone. So forgiveness must go with wisdom and correctness, okay?
Yes.
And practical situation, okay, huh?
Yes, sir.
Don't blame me, don't ask me why Master doesn't forgive this and that. I cannot forgive everyone if they are harmful to others innocent. You got that, huh?
Yes, Master.
I wanted to forgive them. I keep telling them again and again. Just repent, follow me. I'll bring you up to heaven, never suffer again. But some of them so stubborn, okay? Some of them are so bad. They like to do bad things. Just like in this world, we have also sadistic people who love to make suffering to others, mentally, physically, or emotionally, so that they feel happy.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, you know that.
Yes.
And there are also people who like to be scolded, like to be beaten up, or called names and torture of some kind, so that they feel good.
Yes.
They are so-called
Masochists.
It depends on the graveness of their mental status, that they do it lightly or they want to be punished severely. People pay the brothel girls and or men to beat them up.
Yes.
You know that?
Yes.
Yeah, you saw that on TV, or you know that from reading anywhere.
Yes.
These are people who are mentally a different set than yours, okay?
Yes, Master.
If they are just lightly, then they just love to be scolded. So they provoke whoever they can nearby to scold them, to get angry with them, call them names, abuse them verbally. They like that, or mentally or physically. Or if they have money and they are ashamed to do it, nobody does it for them at home, then they go to the brothel and ask for punishment. Okay?
Yes.
Because these people, they are guilty inside. They're subconsciously guilty for what they did in the former life. But they have not done too bad enough to go to hell. Okay? So it makes them this way. Their karma make them do that. Makes them to suffer. Makes them to be abused and tortured or beaten up that way. And then they pay for it. So the same in the hell, they will benefit. Yeah? Okay?
Yes.
Supreme Master TV will benefit them. Okay? Master Power will benefit them far and wide. Of course, it's too slow for your liking and mine. But it does benefit. Believe me. Okay?
Yes, Master.
What for I tell you lie, huh? You don't pay me anything, do you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, of course I can talk forever about any subject that you ask. But maybe another time, because sometimes I forget what else to tell you. So you ask the next question, and maybe if something more, then you ask next time, huh?
Sure. Yes, Master.
Master previously mentioned that spiders are postmen. If allowed, could Master talk about the role of other animals?
Okay. I cannot go on forever. There are, you know how many million species on this planet?
Yes.
Billions, or millions at least, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So, suffice to say that all animals, they have their roles to play, okay?
Yes.
And they help and bless our planet, our people, in every way, in their capacity, you know, like big or small.
Yes, Master.
The spider is their duty to do the, how you say, the post, okay?
Understand.
If you go out and the spider just drops in front of you, for example, if they come in your house, then you must pay attention to what they tell you. But I guess most humans are telepathically deaf.
Yes.
So they can hear nothing. And if the spider drops right in front of you when you go outside, sometimes they are from the tree or from the toe or somewhere, they drop in front of you with their silky thread, then they want it to tell you something. But it's useless to tell you or anybody. They hear nothing.
Understand.
Only I hear it. And some people do hear. But very rare, very few, okay?
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Very few people still have this telepathic capability, okay?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't have it before. I was even blocked from that also, so that I knew nothing. Only sometimes I knew something, but not. Now it's different, okay?
Yes, Master.
Now, if I have time, if I pay attention, then I hear. I hear. If they want to tell me something, then I know. Okay, huh?
Okay, thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
They come sometimes even to comfort me, not to bring any news. I just say, like, please don't cry, don't be sad. You know?
Yes.
Be patient, something like that. Be happy. Be peace. Something like that. This morning, a little spider came, told me that. It's about this big, you know, this round. Altogether, counted the legs, of course. And small one, even small one. Yesterday, this a little one like this, like the head of the chopstick, also told me something.
Wow.
Yeah. Because the divinity uses them to give messages to me. But I'm not sure if the divinity gives messages to other people, or they just have their own telepathic instinct to tell the humans, okay?
Yes, Master.
Some good humans, they will come and give messages. But most of them don't understand, don't know, don't hear, don't see. It's lucky that they don't even squash them dead. See what I'm saying?
Yes, Master.
That's why I tell you, I feel very sorry for the spiders and others who try to come to give messages to other beings. They catch them or they squash them dead, or, you know, they might step on them or they might close the door and squash them in between, whatever.
Yes.
They risk their lives just because they have to do it, okay?
Yes, Master.
They also like to. In many cases, they like to because it's a good person. Some cases, they don't like because that person is not good. And they know they're going to die.
Oh, wow.
That person will squash them, for example, like that. But they still do it. Yeah, I tell you, all the animals are a blessing for our world. Even some animals kill some humans. I'm sorry to say, but that human is supposed to die that way. It's not the animal's fault. Oh, I remember one elephant went out and tried to kill other people because they killed her baby.
Oh.
Yeah, harass and torture the baby to train with a very brutal way, you know, beating her up, let her cry and break her will to subdue, you know, and make her repeat things, and if she doesn't know and she can, then beat her up or cut her with knives and stuff like that.
Yes.
And then the baby elephant died, so the mother got mad.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
And went out and revenge. That is very rare occasion, yeah?
Yes.
Or even sometimes the plastic peaceful cow also chased one human and killed that person because they had enough, okay?
Yes,
Maybe
Master.
that person had killed their calf or torture them in some sadistic way. Some people are very sadistic. They don't just kill, they torture. And the experiments with live animals to teach the children or in the laboratory, these are also sadistic. Should be banned forever already from yesterday.
Yes, Master. Yes.
I cannot emphasize enough. Our world have many sadistic groups of people or policies. Stupid, idiot, brutal, cruel, evil policies that has to be banned, has to be forbidden.
Yes.
Master.
Until our world becomes even better.
Yes.
If our world were to become better. Not just about killing the animals in the slaughterhouses, in laboratories as well.
Yes.
They don't just kill, they torture them. Like vivisection and all that. Oh, God. Okay, next one, please.
In the last conference, Master talked about planets being created.
Yes.
And karma begins to form again and again. Is there a point where planets don't go through the cycle anymore? They evolve to higher level and don't go backwards.
Depends on the humans, yeah?
Yes.
All the gods is in heavens and are helping really frantically. Otherwise, the planet will be gone. But the humans are still clinging to their own even piece of meat, which they can put down anytime. For their taste, they don't mind if the planet goes down, if their children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren live in inferno. They don't mind if the pandemic going on. They don't mind if the world is going down under. For that piece of meat in their mouth, they don't mind, they don't care. They pretend they don't understand, they pretend they don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Master.
So it depends on all the human race, what they're doing, okay?
Yes, Master.
So the doctor can tell people to take medicine, but they cannot force them to take medicine if they don't want.
Yes.
If they want to die.
Yes.
Until they're too poisonous, then sometimes I was thinking, this planet, oh, so many things, not just the meat diet. It's the alcohol, it's cigarettes, it's the drugs, it's the poison, it's the war, it's the laboratory cruelty, it's animal cruelty everywhere, not just in the slaughterhouse, yeah? And cruelty to humans and domestic violence and children abuse, adults abuse. You know, there's so many things in this world, and many places are so damaged and ongoing kind of disasters, typhoon and floods, and I don't know if we have ever had so many disasters like this before. I don't think so. And they still cling to that bloody, dripping, bleeding piece of meat in their mouth and call that food. Don't even care if anybody else dying around them or children suffer. And poverty and everything everywhere. So don't ask me how long it takes or will it be. I'm asking the same question like you are, okay?
Yes.
So maybe you can answer me after you research all that.
Yes, Master.
After you see all that in the report.
Yes, Master, there is a science fiction story in which aliens came to Earth and saw the cruelty of bullfighting. So they caused all participants in the stadium to experience the pain at the exact time that the bull felt it.
Yeah.
And as a result, people willingly stopped bullfighting activities.
Yeah.
So similarly, Master, is there a way to momentarily awaken people's empathy to feel the immediate suffering of the animals? The karmic retributions and sufferings in hell are not immediate, and thus people don't realize the consequences of their actions.
Oh. We are doing it. Heavens are doing it.
Wow.
But they go back do it the same next time, next minute, next second.
Yes, Master.
Remember the Kristigavai Sutra? Some bodhisattva asked that all the bodhisattva, all the Buddhas are helping and rescuing all beings, even from hell. But when they go back to have a better situation, they do it again. They commit the same mistake again, okay, more or less. That's why Kristigavai forever stay in hell now, still. Because they have been poisoned by Maya, okay? And they have been planting this kind of so-called brain chip, yeah? Like you plant some chip in the people's body or the dog's body to identify the ID. It's like that. So I want this all finished altogether. But I don't know if I can do it all in my lifetime, okay?
Yes,
That's why I told you my time is very precious.
Yes, Master.
And that's why I hate it when somebody tries to bother me just to get attention or asking nonsense or anything just for their selfish purposes.
Yes, Master.
That's why I don't have patience for that. I did not. Okay, now, yeah, it cannot always be done in a large scale because people will die immediately. If you use mind control, brain control, then people will not know how to react in normal life.
Yes, Master.
They have to awaken themselves. Otherwise, if you control their mind and their brain like that, then they will be doomed. They cannot function anymore. And you can do it maybe temporarily, and then, okay, people stop. Next minute, you release, then they go back doing their stuff again.
Yes, Master.
Unless they are brain dead. It's complicated. It's not that easy, okay? Because humans make up. It's not a toy. It's not a robot.
Yes.
There's also the power of the mind behind it as well. And the karma, yeah?
Yes.
The karma force is gone so that they don't pressure them to do more or to add more trouble for their karma, except what they have to do.
Yes.
And the Maya is gone. But there's still something in the people's being, in their mind, in their brain, that cannot immediately all be cleaned up or they will die.
Yes.
Even disciples, they still have to go through some karmic consequences. Because if the master clean you up, then they have no reason to live here.
Yes, Master.
Right. Any more questions?
No, that was the last question, Master. Thank you very much.
Are you happy? You want to ask any extra from the answers that I told you? Anything that you still not clear in your mind through the answer and or through the question? Or you want to ask more?
No, we're good, Master.
You good?
Yes, Master.
Not enough brains to ask, huh? Took you 1 month for all this, just 17 questions from all of you people. Huh?
Yeah.
I say you are a bunch of goodness, but not a big bunch. Even then, okay, never mind. It's good that you ask questions. I promised to read you some stories, and I wanted to, but I tell you what, if I could, I would, okay?
Yes, Master.
Yeah, because I wanted to tell you things through the stories, yeah?
Yes.
And then you might have more material, more inspiration to ask for more.
Yes.
But I just cannot make it up to now.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to say goodbye now, and I wish all of you the best. Wish all of you can be more in tune with spiritual power so that you can feel more elated, more inspired, more creative, and more happiness within yourself.
Thank you,
Thank you, Master.
Okay, see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Master.
Perhaps, okay?
Yes, Master.
We can only count our daily blessings because we never know what tomorrow brings, okay?
Yes, Master.
All right. God bless.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
And thank you, all of you also, for working diligently, wholeheartedly, and unconditionally, and cooperatively. May you really feel the love of the Master Power and God Almighty. Okay?
Thank you, Master.
Ciao.